Kirby's Dreamland 3, a very beloved game of mine. Actually, it's my second favourite game, all because of the art style, the gameplay, trying to find out how to complete the missions. I still don't get why people hated this, like it's fun trying to figure it out, yet people didn't like it because it doesn't scream the solutions at your face, but gives obvious hints, whatever. But it's all absolutely fantastic, and one of my favourite things about this game was the characters. They added 3 new animal buddies, being Duck, Nago, and Chuchu, but there's also some more animals in this game, which I'll show you in just a second, but I have to explain where you'll find these characters. In the levels of Dreamland 3, there are secret objectives, which gives you heart stars, which are always so much fun trying to figure out.
I'm so excited!
And some are very obvious, which are the love interests, or friends, of the animal buddies, that being pitchmama, Shiro, mine, and the last one being nyupun. Who never got one, which is not surprising because his ass is lonely. But these love interests or friends appeared in the game and never showed up again, unless if it's references, which I'll show the references in a bit. But there's also one more forgotten character, or well, I should say hated, and that's Chuchu. Yep, that's right, Chuchu, which as you can guess by my OC, I'm a huge fan of Chuchu and nyupun. But in the community, it seems she's just there, I guess, or just completely hated or overshadowed by one certain Kirby character, being Ribbon. Now, I don't really hate Ribbon, not a lot anyways. I more so hate her fans in a way, since most of them see Chuchu as a yandere or just a spiteful character. Oh, you don't believe me? Let's have a look at some of these comments about Chuchu, Yeah, that's only on one platform. So imagine on the different platforms like Twitter or other places. And it seems Chuchu is just another forgotten character, like the love interest, which I absolutely hate to bits, since I would say Chuchu is not a psychopath as people say, and it's all because of 2 things: this manga panel and this cutscene. This does not prove anything at all. There's mangas showing Kirby can talk, which isn't the case other than one Kirby game. And clearly in this manga panel, Chuchu is depicted as Kirby's girlfriend. But it seems that's completely overshadowed, all because people want to find a way to hate the damn character, or because they generally think Ribbon is way more interesting, or well, better. I don't believe that at all, and this is why. As shown in the cutscene where Chuchu punches Gooey in Sand Canyon. Yes, this was her being angry, but get this. In Sand Canyon is the introduction of nyupun. Chuchu meets nyupun and knows she's okay. And during the cutscene in the iceberg, which after nyupun is rescued, and if you notice something, Chuchu doesn't attack Gooey. Now, I like to speculate that if you see a dark cloud in the sky and you have no idea where one of your friends is, you'll obviously be well panicked or on high alert about him. Which, like I said before, she calms down after she knows her friend is okay when Kirby gathers her friend heart. I would say this is a great character development, honestly, because in the future titles, which I'll mention later, she's seen as happy and not spiteful anymore. Kirby has changed her, and that's honestly amazing. But let's have a look at Ribbon. In the beginning of Kirby 64, she's on her planet and dark matter attacks, where she leaves with the rainbow crystal. And as seen here, she's worried about her planet. When she's on Dreamland, she meets Kirby and immediately stops worrying because she met him. She doesn't really have nothing else to her, she's just a bland character, and just a nothing burger, really. But there's one more thing that happens at the end of the game. I know it's not the 025, which could have been the Warp Star, unless if I'm forgetting something. So that's just there because they wanted Ribbon to do something. But yeah, Zero is also forgotten on Dreamland 3 and completely shadowed by Zero 2. Yay. Get onto the one certain cutscene right now. Now shipping. Oh boy. I believe it's fine to ship characters since it's completely harmless, unless you're one of those people. And some are canon, like Shiro, Nago, Pig, Rick, etc, etc. But at the end of Kirby 64, Ribbon kisses Kirby and he blushes. Yeah, I don't really care for it, but holy shit, if you paired Chuchu with Kirby after that point, you would get harassed. Which, by the way, back in 2013, I did get some death threats on Xbox Live because a friend of mine liked Ribbon and I said, oh, I prefer Chuchu. And yeah, end of the story, he sent me death threats and sent me slurs, and I never stayed my peanut on shipping again. Nor did I like Ribbon after that point. But before I sound like a complete dickhead, I support ships like these. Hell, I like Maglo and Tyrande. But most people who ship Ribbon and Kirby will say Chuchu and Nyupun are a thing. I kinda hate it, but not in a relationship way. More so it feels forced, since they want Chuchu to stick in her own lane and be with Nyupun, even though she does have a thing for Kirby in Kirby Dreamland 3 with how she blushes. But like I said, I don't really mind it. It just feels spiteful in a way. I don't really like the whole ship and stuff in Kirby anyways, and I never bothered with it again, so whatever. But anyways, on to the next bit. Now, some characters like Chuchu got some manga, although very mischaracterized. And I don't have the mangas, so I have no clue how many there are, and tried to find these on different websites and couldn't find anything. So I think I'm safe to say, only Nyupun got 2, which is one for the 20th anniversary, and one for Shiro, which I have no clue what it is about. But compared to the other characters, yeah, not many, or they had 0 whatsoever. Is it really that hard to make a fun story with these characters for Nova's sake? Like in the Kirby universe, anything can happen, and it wouldn't even be canon. So I have no clue why they didn't get a few more at least. Now, during Kirby 64's development, there was supposed to be the animal friends, all 6 of them, but no signs of the love interest in the icons. But I guess it's because of development time. I guess these would work like King Deity, since I don't believe they'll do another moveset for each copy ability for the animal buddies when there's the combo feature for the game, which I still prefer as the Dreamland 3 way of doing it. Since 64, I played like 3 Worlds and I didn't really enjoy it. But instead, these characters became stonecutter movesets instead. In Power Paintbrush, there was a minigame called Paint Panic, which you drew what paint roller drew, and obviously 3 of the characters are Rick, Kine and Ku. But interesting enough, Chuchu was the only animal from Dreamland 3 to appear, and yes, that includes forgotten characters and surprisingly Duck and Nago. But funny thing, there's a pink fish drawn in the minigame which easily could have been mine, but nah, that's too hard. In Triple Deluxe, there's keychains, which has all of the Kirby characters, which includes Chuchu on an iconic broom. And since these are keychains, you think some characters like Shiro or Pit got a name? Ha! Nope, not a single love interest yet again, which could have been so easy to put in this game. This game introduced stickers, which has yet again Chuchu, but like Triple Deluxe, still zero signs of any other love interest in Dreamland 3. This is gonna be a pattern, isn't it? This game introduced Chuchu as a class upgrade for Doctor, which is nice. But in Super Clash, they use Rick, Con and Ku, but no signs of any of the other 2 animal buddies, nor the love interest, which their stickers that acts like communication, and they use some random characters like Dark Nebula, but can't do the other 7? Jesus Christ. Oh boy. The game that brought back the trio, Duck, Nago and Chuchu. When I first saw them, I was so excited, since they actually appeared in the mainline Kirby game again, and I was thrilled. Until a certain update came to Star Allies. They brought friends from other games, which at first I was fine, until I saw Rick, Kine and Ku. Why couldn't Chuchu, Nago and Pitch be an ally, yet they can? It's just clear favoritism over shit characters that are just not that great other than Ku. But my god, and I bet it's because of Gooey representing Kirby's Dreamland 3. I seriously hate how everybody only remembers this great game for one of my most hated characters in the Kirby franchise. Which honestly, if anyone's watching this, I want you to ask your friends or whatever, what do you remember Dreamland 3 for? And 95% of them will say Gooey. But I would still be semi-fine with Rick, Con and Ku if Rick and Kine got a skin to represent their lovers, but like before, they are goddamn forgotten like always. Seriously, this is the game that's supposed to bring back the characters from each mainline Kirby game, and yet they didn't even bother putting a reference to them. And completely chucked the original Dreamland 3 characters out of the park, other than the clear fan favourite, Gooey. Give Gooey a round of applause. Woohoo. Alright, congratulations, Gooey. Which would have been hard to implement Chuchu, Nago, and Pitch into the game. Like, instead of it being the same as Rick, Khan, and Ku, it can instead be built upon one character, moveset being Nago as the main character, Chuchu on top of his head, and Pitch being the ball that he would use for Kirby, but instead it will be for Pitch, which has endless possibilities of what the different moves you would want. And then you could do something similar to the Mage Sisters special move, make some animals charge into the screen, rampaging through it, which could include the 5 completely forgotten characters. Gosh, was it so hard to ask for Chuchu, Nago and Pitch to be playable characters, or at least have references to the lovers? Dream Buffet. I mean, Chuchu's a hat, not really much else to say. I mean, this is just a side game, so. Now, this is exactly the same as the OG game, but they introduced Mask in Magalore Land, which, let's have a look if they even bothered. Alright, let's see. Rick, Pick, Kine, Faye. Pick? Hold up, let's see. Mine, Grey Ku, and Nago, Pitch, Chuchu. Why the hell isn't Shiro, Pitchmama, and Nyupun in the game? They reference Pick and Mine, but not those three? Oh, I guess the happy chimichanga and the no one justifies these characters being replaced. Oh my god, they had all these masks like the EX one, which who the hell wants to be the Purple Wispy Woods? Like before, they completely forgot some of the damn characters. Seriously, why reference Pick and Mine but not Shiro, Pitchmama, and Nyupun? Oh wait, I know. Is it because the original trio is way more popular, so they did those counterparts but not the other three? Jesus Christ, whatever. At least Pick and Mine were referenced, even though the other three should have been referenced too. Now, before I say anything about art or fanfiction, I'm not saying this about the author or artist, more so the community, because I believe artists can draw whatever they want if they find it fun, or if it's what they like. But I noticed something about some of the art. Now, some art that includes the forgotten characters, or even the original 3 from Dreamland 3, doesn't get much traction, but when they draw something like Marks, it gets 8,000 likes, and hell, even the Dreamland 2 buddies get more likes most of the time than other characters in Dreamland 3, and honestly, this just proves my point to the sack and how the community sees these characters. And the fanfiction sites like AO3, Wattpad, other places, yeah, there's like barely 30 on the characters, and even if they do stuff like Chuchu, again, they make her like a psychopath or like a two-faced character, and there's 5 for the love interest as well. Yay. Now, the OG 3 Animal Friends don't have much merch. Wow, what a surprise. Like always, the lovers have zero whatsoever, which would be so easy to make plushes of since they already have the bases of them, so just change the colors or clothing items. Wait, I forgot, these characters are forgotten. So why would they even bother with them? In summary, I really think the community gives some of these characters way too much slack, which hell, I would say Chuchu gets more hate than Tiff, and that's saying something. But it's such a shame that the love interests are basically in a scrap bin, just waiting to pop out one day again. Which honestly, they could do a remaster of Dreamland 3 and make a new mode, stars, different character like Kirby, or the weird blob thing that was referenced in Dreamland 2 in that, I think, face or something. And then the love interest as the buddies instead, but they are like weaker versions of the original, which could make for a good challenge if they make the bosses harder, but we can only hope. Please, all I'm saying is give Chuchu a chance and just forget about Ribbon if you think about Chuchu, since it's annoying as hell when you compare Chuchu to Ribbon. Like, can we please stop this for 5 minutes? And most importantly, please remember the love interest. These characters have so much possibilities, and it seems Hal can't be bothered bringing them back. But it would be nice if people in the Kirby community could show these characters at least some spotlight for a couple of weeks, at least a year. Anyway, I know some people might mention stuff about the Ribbon section or the other characters. That's my opinion on the characters, and it'll stay that way. So please respect my opinions on the characters. And when I said stuff about the Ribbon fans, that's mostly the cuckoo ones. So most Ribbon fans I'm fine with if you like Ribbon. I respect it if you like Ribbon. I just don't like her. Same with some of the other characters I said in this video. But there is one thing I'm wondering. I would like it if you could leave a comment about why you like Ribbon over Chuchu, because I don't like the design of Ribbon, and like I said in the video, she's not really interesting. But yeah, thank you for watching, and happy anniversary to Dreamland 3.